Hey there, I'm the Stock Boy, and I'm putting this new HSW Stirling GT up against the HSW Turismo Classic. It's a battle of the House Special Works Classic cars, and I'm really excited for this. In addition to everything you see popping up on your screen there, I'm going to tell you exactly how these cars stack up with the rest of the House Special Works class in each category, so you'll get a really good idea of just how good each of these cars are by the time we're finished. It's such a great sounding car, and I'm excited to get this one underway. We're going drag racing first here at La Puerta Dragway. We've got the Grotti Turismo on the left and this brand new Stirling GT on the right. Both House Special Works cars. Both are pretty quick, which you're about to see. We go to that 8th mile line. They look like they're tied. The Stirling GT actually has a very, very slight edge though. We're going to see if it can hold on. It actually extends the lead a little bit on the way to the 1/4 mile line, and we're going to see it take off a little bit on the way to the 1/2 mile line. This thing can accelerate really well, and it does dethrone the Turismo Classic a bit, but don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. This is what it looks like against one of the fastest cars in the update. So it's not like it's absolutely going to destroy everything in the house class. It's just looking pretty good against that Turismo Classic. And here are a bunch of drag times for you to take a look at and where these things fall in. Right underneath the weaponized Ignis, you'll find the Benefactor Stirling GT, and the Turismo is above the Arbiter. So those are all in order. They're all fast enough, but like I said, they're not at the top of the class. They're still a lot of fun. They're still really fast. The HSW Turismo is one of my absolute favorite cars in the game, and I wasn't expecting it, but I've fallen in love with this Stirling GT already. It is so good with house customization. I absolutely love this car. You're going to see more of why right here. Its average speed is tops in the House Special Works class. There's nothing above it on my Speedway. It absolutely flies, and while there's not a whole lot that separates those top three, it's extremely fast. So it accelerates well. It's got great top speed. Now I got to see how it handles. We're at my test track, and this is a tough matchup for this car. The Stirling GT on the bottom, you'll see it struggles a little bit. It is an absolute nightmare at times. It is so hard to deal with, so hard to handle, and I absolutely love it. It gives it so much personality. This thing, you never know if it's going to understeer or oversteer. In the middle of the corner, it could change on you. Your guess is as good as mine. You're also going to find that randomly, while I was testing, the power just cut out. It bogged down completely. I don't understand it. I don't know why it happened, but it did. It would ruin some of my laps because I would go around the corner and then all of a sudden it would just fall flat on its face. I couldn't figure it out, but I never got frustrated. It was so much fun. It always kept me on my toes. It was always just so good. So I love this car. The Turismo, as you're seeing on the top there, is absolutely running away with this thing. It handles really well, what you're about to see when we show the comparisons. It's just a great car, and it's right up there with the S95 and Banshee, but the Stirling GT is behind him. Well, you'll notice there's a giant gap there of about 2 seconds. The thing behind the Stirling GT is the Astron Custom, so here it does handle a little better than the Astron. It's fast, it's good. This is where it stacks up with the rest of the HSW class. The S95 is not at the top. You'll have to watch another one of my videos to see that. But then you got the Turismo Classic, Banshee, Stirling GT right after that. Pretty decent, and for as much fun as it is, it's awesome. I still love the Turismo Classic. It's still fantastic in the House Special Works version, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's so good around this track. I love driving it. It's one of the cars that I drive pretty often from that House Special Works update still. Handles extremely well. Drives really smooth, but man, this Stirling GT, I don't know what to tell you. It is so good. I told you, it keeps you on your toes. You never know what it's going to throw at you. It could be a complete monster. It can be a ton of fun. I absolutely love it. I think this is probably, in my opinion, a must-buy car in GTA. You just have to experience it. It's expensive, yeah, and you may hate it. You're never going to win a race in it, most likely, but it's so good and so much fun. Thanks so much for joining today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you're not already, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you around. Let me know what you think in the comments too. Thanks again, and I hope to see you next time.